Naruto, 10 techniques that only appear in the Ninja Storm games. Constantly changing techniques and powers liven up arcs and battle sequences, preventing things from getting stale over time. One of the things that draws fans into Naruto is the wide array of techniques characters display. Compared to a series like Dragon Ball, where most of the main characters know and use the Kamehameha, Naruto is constantly introducing new moves for all the characters in the series. This adds variety to the combat, making battle sequences exciting because no one actually knows what's going to happen from fight to fight. A character might pull out an entirely new move they've never used before. But what makes that unpredictability so fun is that it means that each new game can involve new techniques without it feeling like they're changing too much about the overall world. 10. Fire Release. Great Fire Whirlwind is one of Madara's fireball techniques. This is a technique that was given to Madara during the Naruto Shippuden, Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 game. Similar to Madara's Great Fireball technique, this move involves Madara swinging his fan around and breathing fire into it. The result is multiple fire whirlwinds that fill the field. This is an incredibly destructive technique that seems overkill, but what else can be expected from Madara Uchiha? 9. Accelerated Armed Revolving Heaven is a team attack from Team Guy. 10-10 wasn't ever this impressive in the anime. Of course, this is a technique that only works with all three members of Team Guy working together. It starts with 10-10 bringing out weapons, while Lee and Neji toss the weapons at their enemies. Then Lee uses the front lotus to make Neji's 8 trigrams palms revolving heaven have an even greater rotation, making it more effective. All while 10-10 wraps them all in a string of kunai. 8. Hanabi Style, 8 trigrams 64 palms is Hanabi mastering the power of the Hyuga power. The 8 trigrams technique exists in the manga, but Hanabi Hyuga's usage of it is exclusive to the Ninja Storm games. She can use the typical 64 palms technique to lock off a person's ability to use chakra. After completely locking off their chakra, Hanabi uses a burst of chakra at all to abruptly stop the rotation and knock them into the ground. 7. Kagetsuchi Rasengan sees Naruto and Sasuke team up. Teaming up Sasuke and Naruto, the Hokage of Konoha is bound to result in a completely ridiculous attack every time. In this case, the two of them start out prepping a Halo Hurricane technique. While the opponent is distracted by that, Sasuke positions himself between the opponent and Naruto. He creates part of Susanoo and uses that to create both a Chidori blast and the black flames of Kagetsuchi. Meanwhile, Naruto uses the Nine-Tails chakra at the same time and they both hit the opponent. This realistically should cause any enemy to be completely vaporized. 6. Chidori, Star Crusher has Sasuke combine the Chidori with a Chibaku Tensei, another over-the-top jutsu from Sasuke. It boosts the Chidori up to a ridiculous extent by combining it with the Chibaku Tensei. It starts out with the Chibaku Tensei which the enemy gets caught inside. Unable to escape, they get hit by a meteor that's on fire. Afterwards, Sasuke charges up a Chidori and hits the meteor with it to make it explode. 5. Evening Shower Heavenly Crush is one of Sarada's most powerful moves. Apparently, the developers at CyberConnect 2 decided to make Sarada Uchiha useful in Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 even though people barely knew what she could do. The technique is similar to Cherry Blossom Impact, her mother's move. She basically starts kicking her opponent around, knocking them into the air before punching them back into the ground. Afterwards she uses the Great Fireball technique to set them on fire. 4. Flawless 3 is a team attack featuring Kakashi, Obito, and Rin. Combine Obito, Kakashi, and Rin together for a move and they have the Flawless 3 ability. It starts with Obito and Kakashi slashing. Then Rin adding in a kick. Obito tosses fireballs at the enemy, and Kakashi comes through with a last flash attack before Rin stomps on the enemy. The comedy when it comes to this is before and after the technique starts. Rin cheers happily for Obito and Kakashi. All things considered, given what happened to Obito, this technique is a little sad. 3. Konoha, True Thousand Hokage Hands is a dangerous attack from the first Hokage. A technique used by Hashirama Senju in Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. The Hokage goes into Sage mode and summoning a massive statue. Afterwards, the other Hokage except Naruto pour energy into it. Afterwards, the statue is energized and surprisingly fast, punching the opponent relentlessly before knocking them into the air. This is pronounced the Will of Fire during the move's cut scene. 2. Ferocious Tiger Lotus Peacock Attack is a team-up attack between Guy and Rock Lee. This technique involves Might Guy and Rock Lee working together to become something that could be unstoppable. Both Guy and Lee activate their 8-gate abilities, going as close to 8 as possible without getting there. They both use melee while knocking the opponent into the air, with Lee using the reverse lotus to pass them off to Guy, who uses the morning peacock and the daytime tiger together. In the end, both Lee and Guy punch the opponent at the same time to finish them off, giving everyone the team-up they need. 1. Six Paths, Shinra Tenkyo sees Naruto and Sasuke rely on the power of the Ninetales. For this technique, both Naruto and Sasuke rely on the Ninetales' endless chakra to boost their powers. Naruto uses this chakra to activate Tailed Beast mode and creates a big ball Raisin Shuriken. Meanwhile, Sasuke creates Susanoo and creates its ultimate technique, Indra's Arrow. Both of the attacks hit the enemy at once, making for a technique that should be an instant knockout for any fight if the player can get the move to land.